how a legend get made. Blast off in a brave new world. Bring on the game, changing thing, champs like big. I'm going hard cause I got to have much more. Hold tight, are you ready for the ride of your life?
Jade Taylor's cut a very composed figure this week. Gymmate Mikey Gomez just behind her there, who we saw not that long ago with that win against Levi Giles. Their gym mates training in Oldham under Marvin Greaves, and she's been at this a long time. Started Thai boxing at 8 years old, has competed in that discipline for Great Britain. Started boxing in around about 2016. It's been a bit of a slow burn, a professional boxing career, but this is exactly the kind of challenge that she was looking for. She juggles being a pro fighter with running her own business, raising 2 kids by herself. It's a grueling schedule. And she fully intends to leave her mark tonight. She knows it's a big task against Artingstall. She's under no illusions, but she's confident.
And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, please welcome Karriss Artingstall.
This album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the building when I was hustling from that cold police on when I was trying to make some money to feed my daughter. It's an even more trouble, you know what I'm saying? It's all bullshit, that's it. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Something pepper and heavy D up in the limousine.
Very early days for Karriss Artingstall. Tasha, but what have you made of what you've seen so far? She's a force of nature, and if you can really harness it, then who knows where she might go.
Yeah, I remember Fraser saying on her debut that she's like a bit of a hidden gem, and I totally agree. I think like her development, each fight we see something different, but you know, we expect so much of Lauren because she is the Olympic champion. We expect so much of Caroline because she's young and fresh and she's so explosive. And Karriss has kind of gone, I wouldn't say under the radar because she's won a silver medal in her own right, but she's the one that people don't talk about as much. But when it comes to in the ring and what you see, she's the one I'm most excited about.
Well, there's Lauren Price watching on. They seem to kind of fight alternate months at the moment, those two.
Ladies and gentlemen, this women's featherweight contest is scheduled for 8 2-minute rounds. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Lee Every. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with gold trim, she weighed in at 9 stone, 2 pounds. She comes to us with an undefeated record of 5 victories versus no defeats. And she fights out of Salford, England, introducing Jade Taylor. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the camouflage trunks, she stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. She weighed in 8 stone, 13 pounds. She comes to us with an undefeated record of 3 victories versus no defeats. And she fights out of Macclesfield, England, introducing the 2020 Olympic bronze medalist, Karriss Artingstall.
Okay, ladies, when I say stop, you stop boxing. When I say break, take a step back. Keep your hands up, protect yourself at all times. Good luck to you both. Good luck.
So this schedule for 8. Karriss Artingstall in the camouflage on the far side there. Jade Taylor in the gold and black. They have a common opponent. Artingstall won every round of 6 against Lindsay Buczynski in her last fight at Manchester at the end of March. And Buczynski was Taylor's last opponent as well, over a year ago, last April, when she beat her by a single point over 10 rounds. She's been out since then with a couple of injuries have played a part anyway, a broken foot, a hand issue also. An orthodox fighter, Taylor, right-handed fighter, Artingstall in that left-handed southpaw stance. Taylor trying to work her way in behind that jab. Artingstall just pulling those feet back. A little feint there from Artingstall. He's let to really let anything go.
You can see her just prowling. You know, she's waiting for someone to overcommit.
Yeah, they're both just trying to suss that distance, try and find the range.
And then just as you say that, dives in with that straight left hand, didn't quite reach. Very successful career with GB, bronze at the Olympics, bronze at the World Championships. But a terrible decision in the semi-final of the World Championships, so that would have been better. Solid left hand down the middle there from Artingstall. It was all achieved in a short period of time.
What you've got to remember as well is girls like Taylor, females like Taylor, if they've got to go out and find, you know, good opponents that can match and mirror someone like Artingstall, which is very difficult to do. Karriss has got opportunities to spar with some of the best females, you know, amateur females at the gym in Sheffield. So
we're 1 round in here, scheduled for 8 between Karriss Artingstall and Jade Taylor. I mentioned that she has a tough schedule, Jade Taylor. A couple of kids who she raises by herself, 11 and 9, a son and a daughter, Lorenzo and Azaria. So she's up early, combining that with cleaning business that she runs and gym sessions with the trainer. There's not much spare time in a day. Nice looking jab there from Artingstall, who's just committing a bit more at the start of this round. She's got her feet slightly closer.
Yeah, I think she's found her range now. She's landed a couple of good backhands as well.
Taylor is still making a thing. She's throwing her shots out. She keeps on popping the jab out, which Karriss has got to get around to land her own shot. She just caught her with a good backhand there.
That was good stuff from Taylor. The long kind of telescopic left arm came out there from Artingstall, but she just pulled her weight back, then countered with the right hand. And as I said, she's been doing this a long time. Boxing started for her in 2016 officially, but she'd been around it for longer than that. And she was first in the gym Thai boxing at 8. And it's invaluable, that kind of length of time spent drilling, repetition. That's what it's all about. It gets ingrained in you over a long stretch. There are no shortcuts. Left hand there from Artingstall was decent. Caught Taylor standing slightly tall.
Yeah, I think the bigger shots are coming from Karriss, but Taylor is getting through and having her successes. So quick now, then 2-minute rounds after we've watched a couple of 3-minute round fights.
Breathe, calm, relax, okay? Listen up. You've got to get some more jabs going now. I've got to be a little bit busier. Don't let her get into it, Tess. Thanks, girl. Okay, don't let her settle and don't let her get injured. You've got to keep her off balance with this jab. Because if you just keep busy and pop, 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 let your 1-2s, when you get up close, whip one downstairs, okay? Your feet in and out, okay? Just got to pick your punch rate up a bit, okay? Pull away from this girl now, she's got nothing to run. You can beat this girl, just let your hands go. Stick to the game plan, fast.
That goes solo, isn't it?
Fast, yeah, you sound.
Solo, isn't it?
Yeah, you just got to get more jabs and 1-2s going. You're waiting too long. Don't lean in, okay? Not to the gap, just box, box, box.
So two people you know really well in the corner there, Ashley Pullen and Gary Hale in Gat as well, and I think they just want to, as you said there, just to relax, let your hands go nice and loose.
Yeah, sometimes with Karriss she can be guilty of like taking a few to land the big one, and there's nothing that has troubled her from Taylor, but she is being busy and she is coming forward and she is getting the shots off. But you can see like that, when it comes to a significant shot, it's always coming from Karriss.
Yeah, the quality's coming from Karriss Artingstall, no doubt. He's landing some hard backhands. Yeah, and I think the corner advice was spot on. You know, you don't have to overthink it, just let your hands go.
Again, looking to use that jab, and there's the long left hand. She caught one in reply there. Artingstall, as she moved in, she shot that left hand, that southpaw backhand down the middle nicely so far. In a couple of previous fights, she was just pulling off that punch a bit, strangling it slightly, but there we had a good view of that, just leaning in. As I say, it's that kind of punch that travels further than you think. A nice right hook on the inside there too.
Yeah, just planted her feet, stood her ground, bang, short right hook. Good shot.
This is where Taylor doesn't want to be. She doesn't want to be in distance with Karriss punching, because the heavier shots will come from here. See a little bit of blood around Taylor's nose as well.
Just been fed that jab as well. She's happy to have it at that kind of mid-range though, Taylor. That's where she seems to be comfortable. I agree with you that that's maybe not the best place for her to be, but she's always busy, as you said earlier on. She's always trying to get something done herself. She's a good opponent for Artingstall, I think, at this stage.
Keep working, Jade.
Into the fourth round here, they're scheduled for 8.
Order one, Jade, let's go, let the match go. Let the match go, Jade.
Good shots, body and head, left hand to the body, right hooks to the head. Yeah, I think Artingstall wants to, she feels comfortable now, I think, to stand in range, stand in distance and let some hard shots go, plant her feet and look for some power shots.
But credit to Taylor, as we've been saying, she's always throwing. She's composed, she's not panicking, she doesn't look really uncomfortable. She is getting hit with some punches and there is a little bit of blood from the end of the nose, but you can tell that she's been in a ring of some description for a long time as she looks to try and get onto the front foot there.
She's not making it easy for Karriss. She's throwing her shots and she's making her have to think about how to get round them. They may not be hurting, they may not like be troubling Karriss at all, but Karriss has got to do something to combat it. She's either got to move or she's got to throw with her.
I like the way she's, you know, not just looking to get in and out with her feet. She's happy to stay there, catch and block and slip underneath and then plant her feet and fire back. Good body shot.
Just got through with a couple of solid straight shots there as well. Artingstall left and the right. And just backs her up to the corner, final few seconds.
Come on, Jade.
Karriss boxes like a fighter that wants the knockout.
Always.
Right, step back, no punching.
We can see her just adding a bit more meat to the shots as well now.
Taylor just catching a jab and then a left hand there too, but she's taken these pretty well so far. A right hand on the inside. And this is a good performance from her. She was up against it here always. She's in against an Olympic bronze medalist, but she's never really taken a backward step. She's just stayed in there, in the pocket, exchanging with Artingstall. And as you've been saying, Tash, she hasn't really landed anything heavy, but she has landed. Artingstall getting to her here. Strong right hook, and then the left hand straight down the middle. And there's that lead right again. If she can turn the screw a bit here, final 30 seconds of round 5.
This is the Karriss we're used to seeing. She puts the shots together well, and she makes it flow, and she doesn't hesitate with it.
Right, step back, no punching. Step back, step.
Let's go again.
Well, there's some fighters there. Ben Whittaker, Kell Brook, Adam Azim. We'll see Azim in mid-June, Friday the 16th at York Hall. Very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, just seeing the replay there, Karriss Artingstall, body, head, body, coming back upstairs with that straight left through the guard. Good work.
I think we heard in between rounds Marvin saying for Taylor to use her jab a bit more, and sometimes trying to land the big backhand all the time, you as a southpaw you can neglect your jab, but Karriss has got on her job, and that's what's made her more successful these last few rounds.
Came back there from Taylor. Jab to the body from Artingstall. Just waiting a little bit too long in this round, maybe, Artingstall.
She's just trying to walk her down and load up with a big backhand. At the start of the round, she was using her jab a whole lot more, which also stops Taylor from throwing as well.
Yeah, she's waiting a little bit too long. I think she's trying to find the perfect shot instead of just firing back or pop the jab and use the feints and break the opening.
And what she's done well tonight so far is just keep it loose, just sling that left hand, and that's what's enabled it to shoot nice and straight down the middle. When she gets a little bit tenser and loads up more, as I said in a couple of her previous fights, that's when she just kind of strangles that left hand a bit and just pulls off the punch. But, you know, we're nitpicking slightly.
Well, we are nitpicking because she's boxing well and she's very good at catching and blocking and parrying the shots and just slipping and standing in distance, but just want to see her maybe just let the hands go a little bit more. She's waiting a little bit too long at times.
That was a good round for Taylor. I don't know if she necessarily did enough to win it, but it was a decent showing from her. She's been competitive in every round.
It's good to be it, but you're not letting the man score, G. It's a better round, but you need to do that, but even more. Yeah? Yeah, keep away from a backhand, keep your feet on the outside, and land that backhand left up, then move, pop, and then move to your left again. Yeah? Come on, love, come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah.
Fast feet, fast hands. Let your hands.
Taylor's been through some really good gyms in her time. As an amateur, she was at Oliver Harrison's Phoenix camp with Robert Rimmer for a good spell. Now with Marvin Greaves in Oldham. Artingstall training up in Sheffield. Still that interesting decision made by GB Boxing to corner some pros, but they made essentially 4 price on Artingstall. I didn't necessarily see that one coming. It's working well so far.
He's landed a couple of good backhands in this round already, Artingstall.
Right hand into the body, then up to the head there from Artingstall. And again, as she gets up a little bit closer, slightly tighter.
She's not hurting, deterring or affecting Artingstall at all, but she gives such a good account of herself.
Watch to the left, Jade, watch to the right. Watch to the left. Set, watch to the left. Right, step out. Let's go, Jade, keep working.
And she's not looked hurt at any point, Taylor, either, and Artingstall has landed clean on her enough times to bring some kind of reaction.
Yeah, no, she took them really well. She just had their head snapped back, not just put a straight left, but some good right hooks as well to the head. And as you say, not a bother on her really, taking them really well.
Good right hand there from Artingstall.
And last round. Stick it on the team now, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
So this is the final round. Short left on the inside there from Artingstall. Good strong jab there from Artingstall. Taylor again just moving off to her left-hand side. She's always using that lead hand. She doesn't plant it as a jab necessarily, but it just gives Artingstall something to think about. The right hand just collides with the side of Taylor's head there, and as Tasha was saying, she's given a really good account of herself here, Taylor. There'll be plenty of work out there for her after this, hopefully.
Karriss's jab's brilliant, she just hasn't used it enough. She hasn't used it to make Taylor give something to... That's a great backhand, but she hasn't used it. She's just looking for the big backhand and to throw shots from the big backhand. Every combination comes after the backhand, where a jab is brilliant, she should just use it more.
That's what your feet is, Jake.
So final few seconds of this one. It's been a good watch. And a good solid 8 rounds for Karriss Artingstall.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 8 full rounds, we go to referee Lee Every for the official decision. He sees the contest 79-72, declaring your winner, and still undefeated, Karriss Artingstall.
So Karriss Artingstall with the wide win, but it was a good performance from Jade Taylor.
I'm having to step up each fight, but my performance there was terrible. I was leaning in and I was falling forward with my backhand. I should have got on my jab a bit more, but she was asking them questions of me, which I'm glad about.
So why was that? Was that because she forced you to make the mistakes?
I was just being lazy, I suppose, and maybe because she was pushing me in departments of the fight, but the time she wasn't pushing me was allowing me to turn off, I suppose, switch off. But I don't know, I'll have to watch it back because I never remember remember exactly what happened, but I know I was falling short with a backhand there when I should have jabbed my way in. So I'm a bit disappointed, but nonetheless I got the win.
You can only assess your own performance. I think you're being a little bit hard on yourself, but the occasion itself, what was it like boxing here in the open air?
When I was walking out, I tried not to take it in too much because it's a big arena, it's packed out, it's open air, it's the first I've ever done that as well, but now I've fought and I'm looking around and it's packed out, it's phenomenal. So all throughout the week, Ben and Boxer were tagging me on social media, the venue, and I was just like, wow, that's incredible. Like, so, another one ticked off the bucket list. I don't know where they're going to put me next, but
Comfortable with the 8 rounds?
This is going to be hard to beat.
Comfortable with the 8 rounds?
Yeah, I'm fit. I know I train hard. I train 3 minutes majority of the time anyway, so I know I'm fit to go 8-2s. I just need to, it's just experience and being in the gym more, and I'll mould into a good pro.
Do you know what, Karriss? Congratulations. You did do a good performance, and I'm sure you will reflect on that in time.